Peacock fans, to another episode of Peacocks on the Prowl. I'm Jim Lowry, and sitting here with me today is head coach of the men's football team, Tom Shea. Coach, nice to have you.
Pleasure.
All right, Coach, this weekend you guys went over to Wayne, Nebraska to play Wayne State College. Why don't you kind of tell us about the game?
Well, I'll tell you what, we go over there, and every year it seems like it's a dogfight. It's two good teams competing against each other and battling right down to the end. And this year was no different. Defensively, we played a pretty good game all the way across the board. We gave up a couple plays here and there that that hurt us, but for the most part, defensively played a good 4 quarters of football and 2 overtimes. Offensively, we didn't get going until the middle of 4th quarter, and it took a while to get us going and stuff, and it hurt. I think we lost our momentum in the 1st quarter when we went down and scored, and we're up 7-0, and then we had a backward pass that was batted, and they picked up and ran in the end zone, and I think that we lost momentum for a while, but the kids battled back, and as the 3rd quarter, 2nd quarter started, things started to progress and things got better and better and better, and they came through with a big victory when they had to. It was a fun game to play in, because of the competition and getting back there, and what the beauty of it is, with the young kids we've got to show the, get down a little bit, but they brought themselves back up and finished that game strong and came away with a victory. So something we can build on in the future.
All right, Coach, talking about your momentum in the 4th quarter, your freshman quarterback, Brent Lammers, threw outstandingly in the late part of that 4th quarter, and also running the ball on a couple of big plays, including a 4th and 1 where he just took the ball and out of the shotgun pushed it forward and got the first down for you guys, and 17 points in the last 7 minutes, I believe it was, to send it to overtime. Can you kind of talk about Lammers' play and how he ran the offense in the end of the 4th quarter?
Well, I'll tell you what, every week he's gotten, that was his 3rd game starting for us. We pulled his red shirt after Dimitri, broke his foot and things, and but every week he's gotten a little bit better, and you see him growing, you see him maturing, and he came out and he moved us down. We scored right away, and then we got a little sluggish and didn't play well. But then we got back up there, and he's a competitor. He's been a competitor all the way through high school. He was an all-state player in baseball and a great wrestler and an all-state player in football, and he's a winner. And but he pushed and he took the team, and everybody picked up their game, and he had a great 4th quarter, and 2 overtime sessions. He did a great job, maneuvered us into position to get a field goal and win the ball game.
Speaking of field goals, Coach, Brady Hughes had 1 at the ending minutes of the 4th quarter, and then of course the game winner in double overtime. Can you kind of talk about his play?
He's a young man. This is his 1st year of being our starting kicker and things. He's a sophomore. He's consistent. That's the way he is in practice too. He's just consistent, and he's just a team player, and he's just a tremendous personality, and he really worries about being successful. And I asked him after the game, "Were you nervous?" He said, "Oh yeah, I was nervous." He said, "But I love being in that situation to have a chance to win the ball game, and that's the guy you want in that position to be able to do that." And it's kind of interesting. On Tuesdays we practice PATs. On Wednesdays we practice about 20, 22, 23, 24-yard field goals, and on Thursday we practice 42-yard field goals, and that's when we go to that session there. And he's pretty consistent all the way through, all the time, and he's getting better and better and better, and he's learning how to save his leg, and he just came through and got it done when he had to, and hey, we're very fortunate to have him on our ball club.
All right, Coach, this week you've got Sioux Falls coming in for the final home game of the year after the drubbing they took last week. Are you kind of excited, seeing the chink in the armor there on Sioux Falls coming in?
Well, I think it was just one of those games. I don't know if there's any much chink in their armor. They're a great football team, and they're rated 7th in the region, and they need this win to go to the national playoffs. They're in the national playoffs to win that ball game, so they've got a lot of incentive in this game here and stuff. And Papillion, their quarterback, he was the MVP of the league last year, and he'll probably be the MVP of the league again this year. He has a good shot at it and stuff, but he's a great quarterback. And they got a very physical defensive team, and their offense, how their offense goes is dependent upon him. He can run the ball extremely well. He throws the ball extremely well, and they're just a well coached and mature football team. A lot of seniors, and and with a lot of just tremendous history. When they were in the NEI, I think they were in 7 consecutive national championship games and won 3 or 4 of them and stuff. And they're just a good, consistent football team, playing hard. They've made big plays. They had a outing last week, that Mankato took advantage of it, and I don't think they expected Mankato to throw the ball the way they threw the ball in that game, because they haven't all year long. And and I think what happened to Mankato was Winona woke up a sleeping giant when they beat them the week before. So it's kind of it was one of those games. But no, heck, we're really excited. We've got a great week of practice, and our kids they see there's a great opportunity to test our program, see where it's gone. We played with everyone. We played with Mankato. We played with Winona. We played with Duluth. We played with anybody. This is no different than anybody else we played with. We're going in the ball game and put it on the line. We got nothing to lose, everything to gain, and an opportunity for the young kids to come away with a victory and move on to next year and feed off in it.
All right, Coach. Now, being the last home game of the year, it will be Senior Day, and especially on the defense, that's going to mean a lot of people who will be playing their last game here at Harms-Eichstätt Stadium. The ones that come to mind: Rollins, Hirschman, Wall, and Stevens. With those kind of guys on your defense and losing all of them, can you kind of talk about how it's going to feel when this game, the final whistle blows, and knowing that you'll be done coaching those fine athletes?
Well, anytime. I've been doing this for a long time, and the last game is always you have mixed emotions all the time about this last game, because you're excited about playing it, you're excited about getting after it, but then on the backside, you're gonna miss some players that have been a big part of your life for the last 4 or 5 years, and they're all great young men. They're all going to go on and have great futures and things like that. It's no different than last year. We lost 8 offensive starters, and a number of defensive starters. It's something that happens every year, and it's just a progression. And now after they graduate, for me, it's an opportunity to watch them grow and move on with their life and become successful, and that's when you really get proud of them.
And there you have it, Peacock fans. Peacock football back in action this weekend. It'll be Senior Day on Saturday when they take on the Cougars of Sioux Falls. That game's at noon at Harms-Eichstätt Stadium. Come on out and support your Peacocks. Until next time, Peacock fans, I'm Jim Lowry. Thanks for watching.